right, what is up, everybody? It is the first Monday of 2021. That's right, we are into a whole new year. And before you get too excited, just recognize that 2021 may not be any better. So, and I know you guys are like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. 2020 has been so hard. Jay, how dare you, you dream crusher, you thunder stealer. But hey guys, the reality is this. With a positive mindset, it doesn't matter what this year brings. With a positive mindset, with structure, with discipline, with a course, and always knowing you're on course, it doesn't matter what ambushes come along, it doesn't matter what the year brings, you're still going to navigate through, you're still going to move forward. You may get delayed, you may get stalled, there may be obstacles, but with a mindset of driving forward, with an overcome mindset, with setting that course, with always driving forward towards that destination, you'll make progress. So how do we do that this year? So many people right now, I know everybody out there is talking about, they're talking about New Year's resolutions. 2021, it's a new year. Let's set these resolutions. Here's the problem. The problem with New Year's resolutions is most people, as a matter of fact, I saw this statistic yesterday, over 80% of people set a New Year's resolution, and by February, they're no longer doing it. So less than 30 days. And you want to know the reason why? Because if you don't live your life that way all the time, it's incredibly hard to make that big change. To suddenly say, oh, I wasn't working out at all, so suddenly I'm going to get healthy. Oh, I wasn't doing anything financially, I wasn't budgeting, I wasn't watching my spending, I wasn't doing any savings, suddenly I'm going to do this on a large scale. I wasn't going to school or studying or whatever these big goals that everybody wants set for themselves. So on this Monday Muster, I'm going to give you a piece of advice, because what it is I don't want you just to set goals, I want you to change your lifestyle. I want you to change your lifestyle, because when you change your lifestyle and you change your mindset, then it no longer becomes these great big goals that we're going from 0 to 100. Instead, it becomes the way we live our life. Every day we have a mindset of, I'm going to accomplish these small things. I teach something called the rule of 3 Ps. And for those of you who have watched my Monday Muster a lot, for my members of my Overcome Army, you know all about the rule of 3 Ps. Because the rule of 3 Ps is the way we live our life. It's how we run every single day. And what the rule of 3 Ps are, is there are 3 goals that you're going to set for yourself every day, non-negotiable. And they don't have to be big, guys. They don't have to be big. Life and success is measured by small advances forward. Very rarely do we make this gigantic quantum leap where we achieve this biggest success. It almost never happens. For everyone out there that's ever been successful, it is every single day moving yourself forward. It's doing a little bit every single day. And the rule of 3 Ps accomplishes that. So from this day forward, instead, I want you to take those New Year's resolutions and throw them out the window. Because I tell you what, if it's tough to make these big jumps. Instead, your New Year's resolution should be to implement the rule of 3 Ps. Here's how it works. So every day, or even the night before you go to bed, you write down, these are the 3 goals I'm going to accomplish tomorrow. 1 physical goal. So guys, if you have not been working out, if you haven't been doing anything, just get outside and go for a walk. Do a 10-minute workout or a 5-minute workout. I don't care what it is. As long as you're moving your body, you are checking that physical box. Every day, you're going to be able to do just a little more. And over time, that's going to lead to big physical gains. Our body does so much better. We handle stress better. We have better energy. We look better. We feel better. That's why it's important to have physical leadership. So 1 physical goal. Number 2, 1 professional goal. So in this life, all of us work. Some of us are going to school. Some of us are trying to better ourselves through education, whatever it is. Set that 1 professional goal. Maybe it's, if you're a student right now, if you're watching and you're a student, maybe it's, man, I'm really struggling in this calculus course. So I'm going to get a tutor so that I can go from a C to a B, or maybe even from a C to an A-, whatever it is. I'm gonna find a study group, or I'm gonna put more time into it. Whatever it is, that becomes our one goal to get better in within that category. Maybe it's in our job. Maybe we've got a bad relationship with a supervisor and that's not been going well. You know, I'm gonna make it my goal that I'm gonna build this relationship with this supervisor. Or maybe I'm gonna make it this goal that I've gotta check these boxes. I gotta qualify in these areas. I gotta do this training so I can move up. Or I'm gonna go tell my boss I'm looking for more responsibility. All these things, small incremental goals that lead us to bigger gains. And then the last one, the last rule of 3 Ps. So we've talked physical, we've talked professional, and the last one is personal. So many of us let our personal goals slide to the wayside. We literally put them up on a shelf and, oh, I'll get around to that next year. How many of you have walked by that closet that is like a bomb went off? Everything's been put in there and you know, you don't want to open the door because you're like, oh my God, what the hell is in there? Because everything is in there, you know, skeletons, dead bodies, the works have all been stuffed into that closet. And you walk by it and you think to yourself, man, at some point I'm going to clean that out. And the reality is it's clutter in your mind. It's just one other thing that you have to deal with. So many of us push those personal things to the back. You know, professional almost always is number one. Moving the needle in our life professionally, usually physical gets pushed down and personal gets pushed out. But guys, I want you to make it one of those goals for every day. Maybe it's reaching out to a loved one. Maybe it's calling your parents. Maybe it's calling your kids. Maybe it's having dinner with your family. Maybe it's balancing that budget. Maybe it's spending 10 minutes every day working on that closet. All of those things help us feel rounded. It helps us feel better. As human beings, we're about 2 things. We're about structure and productivity. Believe it or not, even if you don't think so, those 2 things impact you. It makes you feel good to have a little structure, to say these are the things I'm going to do, and then productivity. If we accomplish them, we make progress. We feel good about ourselves at the end of the day. So you go into the day with, this is my plan. I'm going to knock out the rule of 3 Ps. You get to the end of the day, you feel good because you're like, man, I knocked these things out. They don't have to be big, guys. It's small, incremental gains over time. If you can accomplish that in 2021, I guarantee you will get to 2022 and you will be like, man, I am so successful. I crushed all my goals for the year, because you're actually going to do better than these New Year's resolutions, because it's going to be cumulative small gains over time for 365 days, not for this sprint at the very beginning of the year that you're going to get tired and you're going to stop doing it. So that is my message. The rule of 3 Ps: 1 physical, 1 personal, 1 professional. Yeah, guys, if you like what I'm putting out, I'm launching some new programs in 2021. My new Point Man for Life program not only talks about the rule of 3 Ps, it talks about all the tools that I use and that I teach others within my Overcome Army, within this new Point Man for Life course. And then I will be launching both group coaching and one-on-one coaching in 2021, all how you become the best version of you. If you're watching this, you can find out more about me at jasonredman.com. To my members of the Overcome Army that get to watch Monday Muster live and ask questions, I just want to say thank you. We're going to crush this new year. So many of you have already set your quarterly goals. You're working on your mission statement, and that's what's going to set us up for success. So get out there, crush this week, and we're going to crush 2021. All right, guys. Thanks so much. I'm out.